Let me ask you something. Have you ever wondered why healing can feel so confusing? One day you feel strong, the next you feel like you're falling back, and you ask yourself, am I doing this wrong? Let me tell you something. You are not doing it wrong. The truth is, healing is not about fixing what's broken or going back to who you were before the pain. It's about becoming someone new because of it. And that changes everything. In today's episode, we'll explore what healing really means. Not a quick fix, not a return to the past, but a deep transformation that slowly reshapes you from the inside out. You'll learn powerful lessons that show why pain is a signal, why small steps matter, why compassion heals faster than criticism, and why setbacks don't mean failure. So stay with me, because by the end of this episode, you won't just be practicing English, you'll also be practicing the art of becoming whole. Healing and language learning share the same secret. Both are journeys, both take patience, and both bring surprising growth when you least expect it. And if this lesson gave you something useful, I'd love it if you tapped like and subscribe to the channel. It helps you stay connected, and it also helps this little learning community grow. Every click really does make a difference. With love, let's dive in. Why is healing transformational, not regressive? Healing is not about looking back and wishing you could undo the pain. It's about moving forward, even if the path feels slow or uncertain. Many people think that healing means getting back to normal. But the truth is, there is no going back. Once something changes you, you carry it with you. The goal is not to erase it, but to integrate it into who you are becoming. Think of healing like learning a language. You never forget where you started, but every new word, every small practice, makes you different from before. You're not returning to the person you were. You're becoming someone else, someone with new understanding. Pain, when faced with courage, opens doors you never knew existed. This idea can feel heavy at first because part of us wants life to return to the way it used to be. But healing invites you to accept that you are no longer the same, and that's not a bad thing. It means you have the chance to grow into someone with more depth, more patience, and more strength. Transformation is not about losing yourself. It's about unfolding into the person you were always capable of becoming. How can pain be a signal instead of a flaw? When you feel pain, do you ever think, something is wrong with me? Many people do, but pain is not a sign that you're broken. Pain is your body and mind asking for care. It's a signal, like a light on your car dashboard telling you something needs attention. Physical pain reminds you to rest, to protect, or to heal a wound. Emotional pain works the same way. It points to an area of your life that needs care. Maybe an old wound, maybe a difficult relationship, maybe your own way of speaking to yourself. Instead of judging the pain or pushing it away, you can see it as information. Pain is a teacher. It tells you what matters and where to focus. If you imagine life without any pain at all, you might think that sounds perfect. But pain has purpose. Without it, you might never know what needs healing or what direction to take. When you listen to pain instead of fighting it, you begin to understand yourself on a deeper level. That's why pain is not your flaw. It's your signal. And when you start seeing it this way, the path to healing becomes less frightening and more like an invitation. Why are small, consistent steps so powerful? When you want to heal, it's easy to hope for one big moment that changes everything. But real healing doesn't work like that. It happens in small, steady steps. A short walk, a single journal entry, one honest conversation, or even choosing to rest instead of forcing yourself. These little actions build a foundation that, over time, becomes transformation. Imagine learning English. You don't wake up fluent after one day. You build it slowly. Word by word, sentence by sentence. Healing follows the same rhythm. Consistency matters more than intensity. Even when progress feels invisible, every small step is like a seed growing quietly beneath the soil. You may not see it right away, but eventually it will bloom. Sometimes you might feel impatient, asking yourself why you are not better yet. But remember, healing is not a race. Quick fixes usually don't last. The strength you build through small, repeated steps is the kind of strength that stays with you for life. So instead of waiting for a dramatic breakthrough, focus on the gentle progress you are making each day. That is where real healing lives. Why is self-compassion essential? Think for a moment about how you speak to yourself. Are you kind or are you critical? Many people believe that pushing themselves with harsh words will help them heal faster, but it usually does the opposite. Healing needs compassion. Without it, the wounds only go deeper. Self-compassion means treating yourself the way you would treat a close friend. If your friend was in pain, would you tell them to just get over it? Probably not. You would listen, comfort, and encourage them. You deserve the same care. Speaking to yourself with patience and understanding creates the right conditions for growth. Criticism closes the door on healing, but compassion opens it. When you choose kindness, you remind yourself that you are human, that mistakes and struggles are part of the journey. And here's the truth. Healing does not respond to pressure, but to gentleness. Every time you offer yourself compassion, you give your heart space to breathe and your mind space to rest. This is how wounds begin to close. So if you truly want to heal, start by becoming your own ally, not your own enemy. What does letting go really mean? Many people believe letting go means forgetting the past or pretending it never happened, but that's not true. Letting go does not erase your history. It means releasing the grip it has on your present. Think about holding a heavy bag for hours. The weight doesn't disappear just because you carry it well. Eventually, it makes you tired. Letting go is like setting down that bag. The memory is still there, but it no longer controls your energy today. This doesn't happen overnight. Sometimes letting go takes many small choices, like choosing not to replay the same story in your mind, or choosing to focus on what you can control now. It's not denial, it's release. And when you release the past's power over you, you create space for peace in the present. Letting go doesn't mean you stop caring. It doesn't mean the pain was small. It simply means you are ready to carry your life with more lightness. That is real freedom, not forgetting, but living without being trapped by what already happened. Why is healing nonlinear? Have you ever felt like you were making progress, then suddenly felt like you were back at the beginning? This is one of the most frustrating parts of healing, but it's also completely normal. Healing is not a straight line. It's more like a winding path with curves, pauses, and even steps backward. Think about learning a new skill. Some days you feel amazing progress. Other days you feel stuck. Healing is similar. A setback doesn't mean failure. It simply means you're human. The process includes ups and downs because growth is not simple. When you expect healing to be linear, you feel disappointed at every setback. But when you accept its non-linear nature, you can see those moments as part of the journey. Sometimes going backward even helps you go forward with more wisdom. So the next time you feel like you are repeating old patterns, remember, you are not starting over. You are continuing with new knowledge. Nonlinear progress is still progress. And when you understand that truth, you can meet each stage with more patience and hope. Why does growth come with discomfort? Many people avoid discomfort thinking it means danger, but discomfort often signals growth. When you stretch beyond what feels safe or familiar, it feels uncomfortable. But that's because you're expanding. Think about exercising after a long break. Your muscles feel sore, but that soreness is part of becoming stronger. Emotional growth works the same way. Conversations that feel awkward, decisions that feel scary, or moments of vulnerability. They are often signs that you are moving into new territory. If you mistake discomfort for danger, you might stop before the growth can happen. But if you see discomfort as a natural part of healing, you'll know it means you are on the right path. Not all pain is progress, of course, but when discomfort comes from honest effort, it usually means you are moving closer to freedom. So instead of running from discomfort, try to sit with it. Ask yourself, what is this teaching me? What am I becoming through this feeling? In that quiet reflection, you'll find that discomfort is not the enemy. It's the evidence of your healing in motion. Do you have to heal alone? The world often teaches us to be strong and do it on our own. But healing doesn't have to be solitary. In fact, connection is one of the most powerful parts of the process. Sharing your struggles with a friend, a family member, or even a community reminds you that you are not alone. Healing in isolation can feel heavy, like carrying a weight without rest. But when you let others walk with you, even for a little while, the journey becomes lighter. Support does not erase your pain, but it gives you the courage to keep going. Reaching out is not weakness, it's wisdom. Asking for help, talking about your feelings, or simply being around people who care about you can speed up the process of healing. Human beings are built for connection. We heal in relationship as much as we do in silence. So if you ever feel like you must carry everything alone, remember that healing is stronger when it is shared. Community is not just comfort, it's medicine. How do setbacks become teachers? Setbacks can feel discouraging. You may feel like you've lost progress or failed yourself. But setbacks are actually some of the best teachers in healing. They show you where you are still vulnerable, what triggers remain, and what support you may still need. Instead of thinking, I am back at zero, you can ask, what can I learn from this moment? A setback might remind you to rest more, to set clearer boundaries, or to be gentler with yourself. It doesn't erase your progress, it adds wisdom to it. Think about when you make a mistake while practicing English. That mistake doesn't mean you haven't learned anything. It means you're still learning. And the mistake shows you where to focus. Healing setbacks are the same. They don't cancel growth, they reveal where more growth is waiting. When you shift your perspective in this way, setbacks stop being failures. They become signals that guide you forward. And with every lesson, your healing becomes stronger and more lasting. How can healing shape your identity? Healing doesn't only fix what was broken, it shapes who you are. Every experience of pain and every step of healing adds to your identity. You are not just someone who went through something. You are someone who transformed through it. This transformation touches many parts of life. It can change the way you see yourself, the way you relate to others, and the way you move through the world. Pain can make you softer toward others because you understand what struggle feels like. It can also make you stronger because you know you have survived before and can survive again. Your identity is not only made of what happened to you, it is also made of how you healed. That's why healing is not just a private process. It is something that quietly shapes your values, your choices, and your future. So as you continue on this path, remind yourself, you are not defined only by your wounds. You are defined by your ability to grow from them. Healing becomes part of your story, a part that gives you both wisdom and power. What is the bigger picture of healing? When we put all of these lessons together, what do we see? Healing is not about erasing pain, nor is it about returning to a life before it happened. Healing is about transformation. It's about listening to pain as a guide, taking small steps with patience, offering compassion to yourself, and releasing the past without erasing it. It's about understanding that progress is nonlinear, that growth brings discomfort, and that healing is stronger with connection. The bigger picture is this: healing is a journey of becoming whole. It's slow, gentle, sometimes frustrating, but always meaningful. Each step, no matter how small, moves you closer to peace. And the best part? Healing is not only about you. When you heal, you also bring light to the people around you. Your strength becomes their hope. Your growth becomes their inspiration. So as you listen to this in English, remember that you are not only learning new words and ideas, you are also learning how to live with more courage, compassion, and patience. Healing is not a single moment. It is a lifelong process, and every day you choose it, you are already succeeding. And if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss the next lesson. Your support means so much. It keeps this space alive and growing. With love, thank you for being here, and I can't wait to continue this journey with you.